Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Brandon Correia, aka Fun of Entertainment. We are back with another review, and the review we got today is Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power episode 4. But in this episode, like I mentioned kind of jokingly, it really seems like we're starting to get more of a sense of just where the show is going and where all the kind of parts that are moving are gonna be laying, and how it's gonna be and how everything is gonna be projected and moved forward, right? Because like for the first time in this episode, again, like this show looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna say it every time, because every episode you could just see exactly where they put all this money. Like my eyes are taking in all the money that they put into this, so it looks absolutely amazing. But story-wise and plot-wise and character-wise, it seems like we're finally starting to get a handle and kind of get a grip on who the main characters are, what all their motives are, and where they're kind of coming from. And to me, we just have a better sense of just where it's gonna go. Even though we know where it's gonna go, just generally with this particular show, it seemed like it was a little messy in a sense. And we just see more scenes in Numenor, and just the rising tension between the rising just anti-Valinor kind of feelings, anti-Valor feelings that are kind of growing amongst the people there. And we see the same guards that kind of got beat up by Hellbrand in the previous episode basically kind of rallying a lot of the townspeople, like, look, we let this elf in, and they brought this person in, and look what they did. And just all these feelings. And again, because I'm not really connected to the lore, but I've been watching and kind of doing some research, obviously they foreshadowed in the episode the downfall of Numenor. We see the queen basically touch I can't remember what they called it, but she touched this like crystal thing, and it basically foreshadowed that, and showed a vision of Numenor basically being completely flooded. And we see Galadriel actually touch it too and see that, and she's basically trying to get help from them so that she could go to Middle Earth, I think, and fight where we see Arendir, that elf that got captured. She basically wants to go there, I think, and stop the forces that are kind of gathering there in the Southlands. So she's trying to get these people to rally, and they're like, the queen's not really having it, because the queen is scared of this vision. And we see Galadriel be like, not all visions that come from this come true, and that you're living out of fear. And there's basically a point where she's kind of getting shipped off of the island, and the tree starts to kind of shed its leaves, and it's all going towards Galadriel. And I don't know, I think that kind of made the queen kind of switch her mind a little bit, and kind of make her be like, you know what, maybe that's kind of a sign that we need to kind of rally behind her and kind of make an alliance. So it seems that Pharazôn was actually along with it for the time, but we actually see earlier on in the episode, and I know he has a bigger part to do with the overarching story, but I know earlier on in the episode he was the one when the kind of townspeople were rallying together and kind of upset about the elves and just the valor. He was the one that kind of calmed everybody down, and it really seems like he has a strong voice in the town. So I'm wondering because again, I don't know everything about the lore. I'm wondering what his piece, or what his contribution to this entire thing just unfolding is going to be, because it really seems like he's going to be a more important character. And yeah, I'm just really interested to see what comes from the Numenor storyline, because again, that foreshadowing of the whole city just being completely flooded looks crazy. So I'm wondering if that's actually going to come true. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like it is. It seems like that's going to be like a really, really big major moment and a downfall of them in a sense. And so again, like, that's a really, really big storyline, because it really seems like they've focused on Numenor a lot. And even in this episode, there was little touches of the stuff in the Southlands with the orcs and Arendir, but a lot of the stuff was really focused on the Numenor stuff. And there was even a moment where Galadriel was in the prison right next to Hellbrand, and they have like a conversation, and then Pharazôn comes, and it's just a lot of stuff, and a lot of scenes took place in Numenor. So it really seems like, you know what I mean, Numenor is going to be the big central location, and just the main focus, and what's going to kind of like where the season's going to go. It really seems like that's going to be the crux of wherever the plot goes for the remainder of the season. And we actually didn't get any of the Harfoot, the Nori, Comet Man storyline. We got some Toby stuff. I think it's Toby, the guy who has like the dark sword. But we see Arendir come back to the people and kind of warn them. And there's a moment, I think it was after, but there was a moment where he first gets released, and then he has to like escape the forest or something. Like, I can't exactly, like, the thoughts are a little blurry. I can't exactly remember where that was in the episode, but we basically just see Arendir kind of like reunite with the rest of the people, and he ends up going back to the keep where he was at the beginning of the show, right? And it seems like the orcs know that Toby has the sword, so it seems like they're going to be running up on the keep where they are. So that's a plot line that seems like it's gonna obviously bleed over into next episodes. There's gonna be more Numenor stuff. So again, like I said in the beginning, it really seems like the show is finally starting to find its footing a little bit, and it's finally starting to, as I'm watching it, I'm finally starting to see all the different pieces and different plot lines and see how they're all kind of linked together to make like a cohesive show and a cohesive storyline. It's like I'm finally now starting to see it. So again, like I said in like my episode 1 review or a 2 review, like this show, I know it's a little slow. The pacing is a little slow compared to something like House of the Dragon, which is still also an hour of TV time, but House of the Dragon seems to just move a little bit quicker. Again, I'm enjoying the show for what it is. I don't know the lore, so I know I might get killed in the comments for saying that I enjoy the show, but I do. Like, I'm not watching the show being like, yo, this is just complete trash. Like, I hate this. Like, I have a hard time getting through this, and I'm just doing it just to do it. Like, I don't find myself feeling like that. So, you know what I mean? I enjoy the show. Hopefully I don't get killed in the comments, and I'm interested to see where the rest of the series and this season goes. So that is it for this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you think you would be interested in content like this, Rings of Power reviews, Andor is coming up, Andor reviews, She-Hulk reviews, House of the Dragon reviews, trailer reactions, all that good entertainment stuff, music, hip-hop talk, sports discussions, football, basketball, all that good entertainment stuff. If you would be interested in content like that, subscribe to the Brandon Correia Network. You will not regret it. I appreciate you for watching. Catch you next time.